What's up, cyber friends? Kyser here, Advent of Cyber, day 10. Let's go. Day 10, networking. Offense is the best defense. Ooh, more networking, my favorite. McSkitty is trying to discover how the attackers managed to penetrate the network and cause damage to the best festival company's infrastructure. She decided to start doing a security assessment on her systems to discover how Grinch Enterprises managed to cause this damage. She started by conducting a security assessment of her systems to discover how Grinch Enterprises managed to cause this damage and wonders what service they exploited. Before McSkitty starts firing up NMAP, let's review some keywords related to her task. If you are familiar with the terms IP address, protocol, server, and port number, feel free to skip the following 3 sections and start directly with the NMAP section. And because I am very familiar with IP addresses, protocols and servers, and ports, I am going to skip this because TryHackMe said I could. So we're going to go straight to the NMAP section because I am a little familiar with NMAP, but not extremely familiar with NMAP, so it makes sense for me to start here anyways. NMAP. McSkitty wants to discover what the attacker learned about her host and servers. She wants to check which services she has installed on the VM on the attack box. She opens a terminal and rushes to run an NMAP scan against the VM. McSkitty can run a very basic network port scan using the command nmap-s capital T and then the machine IP, or nmap-lowercase s capital S and then machine IP. By default, nmap checks the 1000 most common TCP ports. TCP Connect Scan. To run this type of scan, the -lowercase s capital T option is required. NMAP will attempt to complete the 3-way handshake in order to establish a connection with each port scan. TCP Send Scan. You can select the scan with the lowercase s capital S option, and NMAP will make a complete connection if the port is open. Technically speaking, NMAP does not complete a TCP 3-way handshake. To better understand the differences between -lowercase s capital T and lowercase s capital S, we can use the analogy of knocking on a door. The TCP Connect Scan ST is like knocking on a door, waiting for someone to open it, greeting each other, and then excusing yourself to leave. The TCP Send Scan resembles knocking, and once someone answers, you pretend that it was not you that knocked and walked away innocently. The latter will make it more difficult for the other party to remember you. Interesting. Answer the questions below. Help McSkitty and run nmap-st machine IP. How many ports are open between 1 and 100? Let's go ahead and start our good old machine and our attack box. And we'll wait for these to load. Alright, so my attack machine is loaded, so let's go and launch the terminal. And we want to run this command right here. And then hit enter on that. We'll run the nmap scan. And if we look, we can see that we have 2 ports open. We have port 22 and we have port 80. So the answer to this question is 2. Submit. Let's go. Look at that 12-day streak. I love this streak. What is the smallest port number that is open? That's right here on the top. That's 22. Submit. What is the service related to the highest port number you found in the first question? The highest port number is 80. We can see that here. It's kind of covered up here, but 80 is the well-known port number for HTTP. Enter. That's correct. Now run nmap. So we're going to do the -lowercase capital S option, and then we get the same results. So we're going to hit the up arrow key, and all we need to do is change this capital T to a capital S and run enter. Do we get the same results? Took a little longer, and yeah, we did get the same results. We had the same exact amount of ports and the same ports. So the answer is, we'll say capital Y. That's correct. If you want NMAP to detect the version info of the services installed, you can use nmap-s capital V and then IP address. What is the version number of the web server? So all we have to do here again is up arrow key and change this from capital S to capital V. Run that. Alright, so it's completed. Let's go ahead and go full screen on this. And if we look right here, this right here is the version that we're looking for, Apache HTTPD 2.4.49. So we'll type that in right here. Hit enter on that, and that is correct. By checking the vulnerabilities related to the installed web server, you learn that there is a critical vulnerability that allows path traversal and remote code execution. Now you can tell McSkitty that Grinch Enterprises used this vulnerability. What is the CVE number of the vulnerability that was solved in version 2.4.51? So let's go ahead and click on this link here. The CVE number is right here. So let's go ahead and copy this, and we will paste it into here. I don't know if it wants the parentheses or not, so we'll hit submit. Alright, we'll delete the parentheses now. Try that again. And that's correct, it didn't want the parentheses. You are putting the pieces together and have a good idea of how your web server was exploited. McSkitty is suspicious that the attacker might have installed a backdoor. She asks you to check if there are some services listing on an uncommon port, i.e. outside of 1000 common ports. The NMAP scans by default. She explains that adding -P1-65535 or -P- will scan all 65,535 TCP ports instead of scanning the 1000 most common ports. What is the port number that appeared in the results now? So we'll run this again. We'll do the ST option, and then we want to do the -P-, which should scan all the ports. So hit enter. This should take a little bit longer. Aha, look at that. We do have an additional port. We have 20,212. 20,212. Hit enter, and that's correct. What is the name of the program listing on the newly discovered port? So let's go ahead and do the V option here on all the ports. So this is a very long scan here. So what we'll do is, instead of doing this for every single port, 20,212, and we'll hit enter on that. And the name of the program, it looks like Telnet. Maybe it might be Telnet D. So we'll try Telnet, and then we'll just try Telnet D, and that's correct. So it's Telnet D. So this is Telnet running on 20,212, which is very sneaky because Telnet typically runs on port 23, but I mean, you can run any service on any port number. So that's the back door. They had Telnet on 20,212. And then the next question, it's not even a question. If you would like to learn more about the topics covered in today's task, we recommend checking out the network security module. And I have a subscription now, so I can actually, for real, check these out. So we'll do a new tab. And then this network security module, I'm 100% going to be doing this in the future. This looks fun, and I can't wait to do this. So awesome. So we'll go ahead and complete that off because we checked it out, and I will eventually complete this, but today's not that day. And that is the room. Very simple. It's basically just, you know, a basic understanding of NMAP. I already have a very good understanding of network fundamentals, so this wasn't too challenging for me, but I believe you could actually do this without having any understanding of network fundamentals, because as long as you just follow this little guide here on how to use NMAP, you can answer all these questions, especially with the hints. I didn't use the hints, but I'm sure these hints get you pointed in the right direction. So very simple challenge today, and I look forward to the next one, because I think the next one is networking as well. So yeah, thank you for watching the video. Go ahead and give it a like if you liked it, and hit the subscribe button down below if you're interested in more content. We got more Advent Cyber on the way, so hopefully I see you in the next video. Peace out, take care, have a good one. Kyser out.